My idea is this. Our body was designed to handle clean, fresh water, and we want to be able to put that into our body if at all possible, and we want to do things to take out as much toxin as possible. Ideally, we want to leave as many good things that come in water as well, but we have to have some kind of a compromise. The biggest compromise for me is I want the cleanest water coming into the body. In my opinion, the best way to get clean water is what we call reverse osmosis. If you taste the water in my clinic, we have a reverse osmosis filter. We put it into a glass jar, and that's what's in our water fountain. We're making the water. It costs somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 cents a gallon to be able to filter water. But if you go to the store and buy a bottle of water, the last time I went to the store, bought a bottle of water today, I was in Target. I think I paid $1.19 for like 16 ounces. That's not even a gallon. It's over $1. Think about that. We complain about having $3 gas, but we're paying somewhere in the neighborhood of $8 to $10 for a gallon of water. So what we want to do is we want to use what I call reverse osmosis. Well, I don't call it. I didn't come up with it. It's reverse osmosis filters. They're going to do everything necessary to clean the water. Most reverse osmosis filters are multiple stages. And in fact, the one that I recommend from ewater.com, they're actually a Richardson-based company, even though you're going to find them on the internet. I personally know the owner of the company. I know the integrity from which that they build and create their filters. I think they're pretty much the best filters on the planet. I've done a lot of research on it. If I find something better, I'm going to tell you about it, but at this point, I'm confident that the ewater.com filters are pretty much the best. They're what I have in my house. They're what my kids, my family, and myself drink at my house, and it's what we're providing for you if you're drinking the water from our office. They have a multiple stage filter. They have a sediment filter. They have a carbon filter. Then they have the reverse osmosis filter. And then there's a second stage carbon filter to just make sure that we're getting rid of all of the chemicals. What if the water has gone through another person that was taking drugs? Or if we even just look in our municipal water sources, we're discovering there are drugs. There are hormone replacement therapy drugs. There are cholesterol lowering drugs. There are heart medication drugs. The list is almost endless. There are drugs inside the water source. They're in micro amounts, but the water has an energy because it's come in contact with that. The unique thing is many of the reverse osmosis filters have the ability to remove most, if not all, of those pharmaceuticals and illegal drugs that may be in our water source. The last component of water is its absorbability. It's important that not only that we have the right quantity of water, we have the right quality of water, but that our bodies have the ability to process it right. So let's go back to nature. How did nature make water absorbable before we damaged the planet? Obviously, there would be evaporation. It would rain down on mountains. The water would come down mountains and it would clean itself from the mountains and from the rocks and from everything that it would hit as it would come down the rivers and the streams. And as it hit those rocks and minerals, it would pick up minerals and it would oxygenate itself and it would remove that homeopathic memory that I was talking about before. Most of the water that we have today has been delivered through PVC pipes or concrete pipes or lead or steel pipes, depending on what the city and your home and whatever other source that they were coming from. And they're running through these straight pipes. They're not bumping around. They're not doing the things that we need them to do. We want to remove all of the toxins, as we've talked about already. But our next step is we want to make the water absorbable to the body. So again, from ewater.com, they have what we call the Vitalizer. The Vitalizer looks very much like a blender. It's just a decanter on a little stand. And what the decanter does is underneath it, there's a magnet. And the magnet spins very quickly for somewhere in the neighborhood of 9 to 27 minutes. It's going to run the water through a mineral source, and it's going to hyperoxygenate the water. So the water becomes more oxygen dense, more mineral dense with organic minerals, the way that the water was designed to be. The only challenge, the only negative that I've ever heard of reverse osmosis water is that it does remove all of the good minerals that are naturally in water. The e-water filters are specifically designed to minimize removing the good minerals as it maximizes removing all of the negative toxins, leaving as much as possible. But with the Vitalizer, we're creating that river just the way Mother Nature intended it to be. As that river comes down, we're just creating a river inside our own homes that we can use any time that we want. I will say that there are many people that have challenges absorbing and utilizing water, which is something that we can test you for inside the office. If you haven't had a test yet, please ask me. It only takes a couple of seconds to determine whether your body can utilize the water that you take. And sometimes we need to take or add something else into the water, and there's a couple of different options. We have a product that we call Rehydrate. Rehydrate goes into the water and it makes the water more absorbable. We also have another product that will help balance the pH of the body and a variety of different things to help support your body utilizing water. Because again, water is so important. Every single cell in your body requires water. The last thing that I want to leave you with is this. Do you do laundry in your house? If you do, please come by my house because we've got plenty. Well, realistically is this. Do you use water or do you use iced tea, Coca-Cola, or coffee? If you said water, make sure that that's what you're putting in your body for the exact same reason. This has been Dr. Ray Nannis with Optimum Wellness Solutions, delivering you your optimum wellness solution. If we look in our, or if we even just look in our what if that the water has gone through another person that was taking drugs? There are cholesterol lowering drugs, there are heart medication drugs, the list is almost endless of what we're finding inside.
Cocaine.
Yeah. I knew what you meant. It's like, how do I put that in there?
Well, I was gonna put Joey Montana on the side with his table. He's